Howdy folks, it's Adriel the Hunting Gear Guy, and this is the Scorpio SKS-15 by Kodiak Defence. All you SKS purists, stop the video, don't go any further. This is a heavily modified SKS, and it's not what Simonov would have intended. Is that Simonov? I don't know. Anyways, before we get into this thing too deep, let's just take a look and make sure that we're safe to look at this thing. Magazine's empty. And the chamber's empty, so why don't we take a closer look at this rifle. Now, just starting at the rear of the rifle, we have a standard collapsible AR buttstock here. This has multiple positions, so you've got a couple of different choices in terms of how extended you want to put that. We've got a standard AR grip here. Again, you can pull this thing out and put a different AR grip on there if you don't really like that one, or if you want to get one of those ergo grips or like the palm shelf or whatever you want to throw on this thing, right? We've got our standard SKS safety right there. That's just friction fit kind of a thing. Standard SKS trigger, very not standard XCR 7.62 magazine. So this is that pistol magazine that I was mentioning, and it can hold 10 rounds. So very interesting and not something you find in a lot of Canadian rifles, the ability to run that just right out of the box. We've got our standard AR-15 bolt carrier and group here. All along the top we've got this nice rail, so if you want to run optics, that's very easy. You can see I'm running this red dot quite far forward, but that's just to leave myself lots of visibility, lots of room to look. You notice these little Allen head bolts here. So this whole right panel here is just a panel, so once you unscrew a bunch of these little bolts here, this panel will actually lift off and you can get access to this stuff to clean. My opinion, if you're going to buy a rifle like this, I don't know if I would run corrosive, just because you do need to get into the internals to clean it, and with corrosive ammo you definitely need to clean it. So I would just run non-corrosive. You know, Canada Ammo has a bunch of non-corrosive ammo right now, and that's what I ran in here, and it's definitely non-corrosive and won't mean that you have to clean quite as often or quite as quickly as you would with corrosive ammo. Going towards the front here, we've got this forend here. It's got quite a flat bottom, but I found it kind of nice. You know, it rides bags really well. So when I was shooting it for accuracy at the range, which by the way, it shoots just standard SKS accuracy, it rode the bags really nicely. It was very easy to shoot. We've got the Keymod along the side here, so if you wanted to run some accessories, that would be very easy. We've also got Keymod on the bottom, and then Keymod on the other side. I'm not going to show you that though. So this, and again, lots of rail space here. So if you wanted to run a rail, or run an optic, or a couple of different kinds of optics, or something like that, very easy. Now, towards the front here, this is kind of interesting as well. So not only have they pulled off the standard SKS sight and bayonet lug and all that kind of stuff, they've actually threaded it for a flash hider here. So if you wanted to keep the flash hider, that's fantastic, or you can just screw it off and put something else on there. So a very interesting little add-on for this rifle. And I just want to show you guys real quick here. This is the Ambi mag release, and this is the left-hand side of the rifle, and this is really what I think you would release your magazine with. So you would be breaking your left-hand grip from up here to back here, pressing that button, and it will drop. Well, not only will it drop free, it'll spring free, but it will drop free, and then you can replace it with another magazine. Again, these are just XCR magazines in 7.62 by 39, so very easy to pop those in. And you can see the bottom there. We can see it's got that little. It's quite a tight fit in there. So very nice fitting magazine well. Now, while some of the usability on this rifle has been changed, a lot of it's the same. The safety's in the same spot as it would be on an SKS. You do have this expandable buttstock, so you can get it to where you want it to be on you. So it's got multiple positions there. Oh, that's a little bit too far. I prefer my rifle to be nice and close. Yeah, that's about right. You've also got this full-length rail all along the top, Keymod on the sides, and then Keymod on the bottom. So if you wanted to add on some bipods or whatever to this thing, you could. Now, Aside from that, the usability, we've got this AR-15 grip that can be replaced with a different one if you don't like the A2 style. And then we've got this ambi magazine release. Now, you can break your grip and drop it like that, but because it's so far ahead and because it's still using that AR release, this ambi is actually a really good idea, because as you're pulling your left hand off, you can reach over, hit that with your thumb, and pull the magazine out, or just drop it right out of the gun, because it will drop free. Where the fuck did that go? There it is. Now, just like your AK-47s, your VZ-58s, the charging handle is on the right-hand side. So when you do change magazines, you're gonna have to reach over underneath or on top, depending what your preference is. Underneath is kind of cool, and will charge the rifle very easily. Now, actually shooting this rifle at the range is kind of fun. It's surprisingly lightweight. I think it's only about a half or a 3/4 of a pound heavier than just a stock SKS, and you get a ton of modularity with this thing. We've got this flash hider on the front now instead of a bayonet leg and that kind of thing. This flat bottom rides on bags a lot nicer than the SKS with that bayonet and all that other kind of garbage on the bottom. And nicely, you've got these 10-round mags, right? Because this is using pistol magazines. In Canada, that means it's legal to have 10 rounds. Doesn't matter what it's used in. And you can use it in a rifle here, so you can legally fire 10 rounds in this thing, which is kind of interesting and kind of nice if you're just at the range, just pounding out at a target. So your trigger and all that kind of stuff is just standard SKS. It is kind of nice running an optic instead of running those iron sights. I don't mind the iron sights on an SKS. It's just because they're, you know, basically right here and a little bit up here, the sight radius on them isn't very good. So I have troubles getting like squeezing accuracy out of an SKS, whereas like an optic is very easy, right? So kind of interesting from that perspective. So that, again, that was the SKS-15. Now, some of you might be wondering, like, well, what does this compare to here in Canada? I mean, these are right around the $700–800 range, depending if you get them on sale or whatever. Which, when you start to add up the price of some of those components, is actually a pretty good deal. So an SKS is $200 to $225, $250, somewhere around there. One of these magazine kits, if you want to run 10-round mags, is $200. Plus, you have to modify your SKS to get it on there. To put an aluminum chassis on here with a forend, you're looking at, again, another $250. And then you've got your buttstock, your grip. You'll have to put some sort of sight rail on there, so there's another $100. And on top of all of it, it's got a threaded muzzle now, so you can run different muzzle devices on it. So there's actually quite a few things that have been like added onto this thing that if you were to put together separately would add up to more than the cost of this thing. So if you're looking for something that's kind of between an SKS or like a VZ-58, or I'm trying to think of some of the other 7.62x39s out there. Just in Canada here, we don't have that much availability. Let's see, we've got the XCR in 7.62x39, but it's not near the price range that this thing's at. I guess the Type 81's coming into Canada soon, but again, like, we're not really comparing apples to apples here. This has got a full rail, it's got detachable mags, it's got 10-round mags, it's got like the AR standard ergonomic stuff on here, so it's kind of apples to oranges, right? So if you're looking for a tacked out SKS that'll take 10-round mags and has some of this AR furniture, check out the Scorpio SKS-15.